In this video, I'll be giving a full guide to Roblox BedWars, which should help you be better at the game to help you win more. This guide is split into many parts: bed protecting, bridging, destroying bed techniques, combat, diamond upgrades, and lastly, the way I suggest to play the game. Timestamps are in the description, but I suggest you watch the full video top to bottom to get a better understanding of how to play the game properly. Let's start off with bed protecting. Now, I've seen many people in Roblox BedWars protect their beds in very interesting ways, but I'm gonna show you how to do so correctly. You want to gather 16 iron and purchase 32 wool blocks. Build 2 block high walls at the sides of the bed and build 2 block high roofs on the top of the bed and place blocks on the first layer surrounding the sides and corners. Now I'm gonna explain why this works. Over here, no matter where I try to break the wool blocks, I have to at least break 2 blocks to attempt to break the bed. This saves a lot of wool while protecting your bed. Now you don't have to worry whether the protection is good enough, because there's going to be this one guy who adds extra blocks. So yeah, now this skill is something you must master: bridging. Usually you would turn your camera facing the front of your avatar as you mindlessly bridge. No, do not do that. Instead, preferably in first person, click on the mouse with the cursor facing where you want to bridge towards. It will automatically help you place blocks in front of you so you can bridge. If you are good enough, you can hold shift to sprint and click faster to bridge across almost 3 times quicker. Moving on, destroying bed techniques. So here are some techniques to use in different situations when trying to destroy beds. Number 1, you can quickly bridge to a team's base and destroy the protection using the fastest way, which usually is the first layer, and then you can destroy their beds. This method is usually done at the start of the game and to teams who have no idea on what's going on. Number 2, you can go to a team's base and quickly put TNT. After the TNT explodes, you can destroy their bed. Usually this method is used if most of the players are camping the bed. Number 3, similarly to the second method, you can teleport to another team's base and immediately use TNT to destroy their protection and manually destroy their bed. This method is usually used if there are players camping with armor. Next, we are at combat. Now, in combat there are many parts because we need to talk about a lot of stuff. Firstly, before I give suggestions on how to fight and what armor or swords to buy, I should probably mention how PvP works in this game. When you attack with your sword, it will only attack one player every time. It will not attack 2 or more players per attack. So in a 2v1 situation, if you are the one fighting 2 players, every attack you are only attacking one player. You are not attacking both players at once. Now with that knowledge, we can conclude that armor is more important than swords in the game. So you should probably start getting leather armor after 2 to 3 minutes into the game, and keep getting better armor throughout. More on that when I tell you my suggested way of playing the game. So the question is getting better swords worth it? Here's my take on it. If necessary, get at most a stone sword. If you have iron armor, you should only get an iron sword only if you are confident you can grind back a lot more iron. If you have diamond armor, you should definitely get an iron sword. But if your bed is broken and you cannot respawn, then you can get a diamond sword after you have gotten diamond armor. Now some of you may question why is it better to get the iron sword only after getting the diamond armor. The reason is because if you have diamond armor, you'll be very hard to be killed, and the chances of you dying is way less. And I'm sure you don't want to die losing an iron or diamond sword, right? Do note that your pickaxe, axe, and armor all stay with you even after you die and respawn. Now during combat, you need to have high CPS, or what people say, clicks per second. Now for this, I recommend using butterfly clicking. But if you want to, use drag clicking or jitter clicking. If you don't know any of these terms, search it up, I don't know how to explain. Before moving on, I would like to talk about bows and crossbows. Honestly, I don't think it's worth getting them as it is really hard to aim as players will be moving around, especially with the bow. I suggest only getting them late game if necessary. Diamond upgrades. Now those are not worth getting early game. It's better to get them late game. The reason is because during early game, your bed wouldn't be destroyed yet, so having to upgrade armor and swords aren't worth it yet. As for upgrading the team's generator to get iron, you can literally collect iron from other bases after preferably destroying their beds. Breaking speed isn't good for the whole game at all, as there is TNT and better pickaxes. Unless a team has somehow covered their entire bed with a bunch of obsidian, then you may need to upgrade, though that's an unlikely case. Now here is my suggested way of playing the game. When you spawn in your base, get 16 iron. Then buy 32 wool blocks and protect your bed. Go back and collect 16 iron again and buy another 32 wool blocks. Bridge to the center of the island. Do not bridge to the diamond islands as your teammates will have probably done so. After reaching the center islands, go and try to destroy a bed by preferably using the first method I showed you. If you destroyed the bed, go back to your base or finish off your opponents. If you did not destroy the bed and you died, just go back to your base. Either way, next you want to collect 16 iron to get leather armor. If you destroy a team's bed and all of the team members died, you have 2 iron generators to collect iron. After getting leather armor, go and destroy more beds. If you need to, get TNT or teleports before going. After another bed is destroyed, go and get iron armor. You should have 2 to 3 iron generators to get a lot of iron. Usually by the time you reach 100 iron is already waiting. From here, if you think you can take down the 1 or 2 last teams, go and destroy their beds and kill them. If not, get diamond armor and a better sword and do so. If your bed is destroyed during the match, immediately upgrade your armor to get diamond armor. After doing so, get a better sword, preferably a diamond sword. After that, try to clutch the game by using the 3 methods to destroy the beds and finish your opponents. And that is my Roblox BedWars full guide. If this helped you, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss out on our future uploads. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace!